This little bird came to my window the other day and told me he wanted to become rich. Okay, follow your passion and you'll never have to work a day in your life. That's it for today's video, see you in the next one. Nah, I'm just kidding, that's a terrible advice. So is manifest your success, slow down, follow the rules and learn to compromise. In fact, this advice is the complete opposite of what actually leads to real success. It's almost like these well-known sayings are designed to make you feel good, but ultimately keep you poor. I'm going to upset a lot of online gurus here with this video, but if you are serious about becoming rich, then the people saying this bullshit are completely wasting your time. Most of the people have never actually made millions. Look, maybe I'm not there yet, maybe I'm not a millionaire yet. Mark my words, in 3 years I will be. So, here's my 5-step anti-guru formula, which will actually help you become rich. Step 1. Don't follow your passion. Right, let's clear something up right away. Often when I say don't follow your passion, lots of people jump to conclusion that I'm telling people to just focus on the money. This is not the case. I just fundamentally disagree with the follow your passion advice. It's very unclear, it's highly self-centered and very impractical for many people. Let's break down the issue one by one. Firstly, the actual meaning of the word passion is unclear. Just one of those fluffy words that has no real universal definition. I suppose the best place to start is the Oxford Dictionary, which says passion is a strong and controllable emotion. See what I mean? It's extremely open for definition. This makes it hard to tell the difference between an impulsive short-lived interest and a possible route to success. The other interesting thing about passion is that it fades, especially if you turn it into a job. This is because once you get paid for something that you used to do for fun, it becomes obligation rather than a choice. Once it fades, another passion will probably pop up. Now, say you follow the new passion and abandon the old one, you've got to start again from basically zero. Now, that's fine once or twice, and I've got friends who have done it and become successful, but to become rich, you need to get really good at something, and the only way to do this is through hours of dedication. Secondly, follow your passion is all about you, not others. The true secret to becoming rich is to provide what the market wants, not what you want. Let's say you're extremely passionate about writing newspapers. It's gonna be really hard getting rich doing this as full-time job because the times of new papers are dead. And even my grandpa is reading news on his Xiaomi phone. Whatever. This is why you have to make sure there's an actual demand for what you do. Otherwise, you can follow your passion all you want, but it won't make you wealthy. The only person that cares about your feelings is you. Thirdly, the most important issue of them all. Most people don't have a passion. Look, I'm sick of all the stereotypical advice, just do something for long enough and this will lead to you becoming better and ultimately you will start to love it. I know people that have worked in an office job for 30 years and while good at it, they absolutely hate it. So with this said, I'm just gonna say it. Follow your passion to what Mark Cuban once suggested. Follow your effort. Emotions are unreliable, but cold hard facts aren't. So if you really want to become rich, then closely track where you freely choose to apply your time and pursue that. Time is your most valuable asset. You can't make any more of it, don't know how much you have left, and you can never buy it back. This means that tracking what you do in your free time is a fantastic way of identifying what you actually care about. But this is where you can fall for the next bit of bad advice. Step 2. Don't just manifest success. I'm sick and tired of these people talking about how manifestation changed their life. When you follow your effort, the most dangerous thing you can do is stop taking an action and start manifesting. My main problem with manifestation are fake gurus, survivor bias and false expectations. It's not secret the fake gurus talk about manifestation non-stop. Why do you think is that? It's because it sells false hope, which is a very profitable product. They suck people in with the promise that if they think hard enough, they eventually will be given it onto the silver plate. It's also very easy for them to blame customers when their poorly made online course doesn't deliver the promised results. I can't tell you amount of the times I've seen people complain about buying one of these courses, and when they say something like this didn't work for me, instead of receiving a refund they normally get an answer like it's because you didn't manifest hard enough. This is exactly how most scams work. They blame the customer. It's not just these fake gurus pushing this bad advice, it's also the people that it happened to work for. One of the most famous examples is Jim Carrey. who famously wrote himself a $10 million check before he achieved any success. Sometime later he found out how he was cast in this movie called Dumb and Dumber for, you guessed it, $10 million in cash. A lot of people point to this as an example of manifestation working. However, this is far more likely due to hundreds of other things Jim Carrey was doing in order to achieve his goal. There are probably thousands of other stories just like this one that didn't have a happy ending, but we'll never get to hear about those. It just sets people up for unrealistic expectation and promotes the idea that you can do nothing and get results. So once you follow your effort, instead of spending your time manifesting, you need to get your head down and develop grit. This means instead of giving up when something goes wrong, you see it as an opportunity to learn and stay committed to the long-term pursuit of your goals. If you work hard to develop grit, you can become more resilient and persistent, which will help you achieve success over a long period of time. Once you do this, you will have results that will boost your confidence and self-belief, which is 10 times more powerful than standing in front of the mirror and repeating that you're gonna become rich one day. When you manage to get to this stage, you'll probably notice people starting to pull you back. Which leads me to step 3. Don't slow down. Whoever tells you to slow down is trying to stop you from being successful. But before you say it, I'm not saying you shouldn't be patient. There is a huge difference. Let me explain. You need to have a sense of urgency in your life. If you really want to become successful, try doing your work like it's your paycheck for the healing of someone dear to you. You will get the work done like this, very quickly. After all, we're only getting older and your brain is only getting slower. So it's best to push yourself now while you have the energy to do it. Small actions lead to big outcomes, and the small things you do each day build on each other and compound over time. That's why you should take action now. Phrases like if you build it, they will come are really misguiding, as they suggest that if you wait, then things will work out. I get it, who doesn't want to believe that when you build a great product or offer a fantastic service, as long as you wait enough, you'll become rich. The truth is, the world doesn't work like that, my friend. No! If you sit back and wait for the money to start flowing in, then it probably never will. Taking your time will lead you to missing your golden opportunity, so don't listen to the people that are holding you back. If something needs to be done, do it. There's no point in waiting. You need to move swiftly with your actions, but be patient with the results. However, if you always do everything the way other people expect, then you will never reach your true potential, which leads me on to step 4. Don't follow the rules. The truth is, if you do everything the same as everyone else, then you will end up with the same results as everyone else. If you think of it as being a fisherman, and instead of fishing where everybody else does, you decide to go off the lonely track and find a hidden lake. You are competing against a lot more people. By breaking the rules, you can quite often find a lot of new opportunities. Now you followed your effort, developed grits, and broken the rules. There's one more advice trap that you can fall into, and that's step 5. Don't learn to compromise. People say compromising is great. You need to be able to find common ground and negotiate with people in life so that you can all get along and come to the best solutions. No, it's not. That's not what compromising is. Compromising is about reaching a settlement that is often lower than the standards you would expect, whether or not it feels the right thing to do. I see compromise as another word of averageness, and I hate that word. I would rather sleep under a bridge than get into the rat race and work a 9-to-5 job for someone else to use me as their tool to get rich. As the famous saying goes, if you work really hard, every year your boss will be able to buy the brand new Mercedes. And I like to add up to the saying that you will be left with your broken Toyota or Kia or I don't know, some bullshit. And yes, they are shit cars, so don't spam me in the comments. I get it, you may be thinking if you go through life not listening to others, then you're gonna come across as a bit of a and I completely agree. Other people may have ideas and perspectives that you haven't considered. Learning from them is vital, but it doesn't mean you have to compromise. There's a huge difference between someone that doesn't listen to others because of their huge ego and someone that listens and weighs up their options. That's what I do every time. I ask someone for advice what should I do and do my thing anyway. To me this means the compromising might seem like an easy way at first, but it will end up being a nightmare later. When you're too far down the road to turn back, you need to be open to ideas, but close to compromise. Ask yourself, how do you want to be remembered? As a person who compromises on their goals and dreams, doing things to make others happy and avoid arguments, or the person who stood up for what they believed in, had a clear vision and lived their life on their own terms. If you'd like to know more secrets that will make you rich, then click here. But wait! Don't click on it just yet. Make sure you subscribe first.